Hello, YouTube, and excuse me. Welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing? As my voice is all clogged up with something. Anyways, appreciate you guys coming back, hanging out. We are going to finish this. I think it was originally called the Savage X. Not 100% sure. I think they're all cool, love them all, but doesn't mean I know everything about them, as some people claim that you should. Anyways, it's got a pretty close to brand new K4.6 in it. Header's in decent shape, but a little scuffed up. Nice, pretty pink coupler and a nice, lightly used HPI metal tune pipe. Other than that, everything's pretty much the stock flavor. Other than I think this tank's off the new Savages. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, being that it's this clear instead of that opaque cream color, whatever they were. Anyways, we got WBL. What is up? We've got all aspects. What's going on, brother? And Bob's RC. How you doing, fellas? So the goal for this tonight is basically to put this piece in the middle hanger. When I was putting all this in, I totally forgot I had this plastic piece, so it'd been easier to do when we had it apart, of course, but we can get it. There's a trick. Oh, let's see here. Lotus is in the house. What is up? The boatman. How you doing? All right. Man, I love the way these look. And the fact that this is basically brand new, it's got all kinds of life in it, just makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. Basically, I'm gonna reach through, try to find the screw. Might have to take this. Yeah, we're gonna take this tire off. One thing I'd like to do is find a fresh set, lightly used, old school Warlocks with the chrome rims, because these are kind of trashy. Oh, my nut rolled way over there. And you're smoking atomic pink. Oh, I thought it was 1 year, but it's Lotus 1. Yo, smoking a. I didn't know he put a 1 behind his name now. I always just see the Lotus, I never look at the details. But apparently, Bob is smoking some atomic pink. I've probably got a dozen of these plastic pipe supports, we'll call it. Nothing wrong with them, they work great, but we are running a metal pipe on this one, so we need the metal hanger. Let's see, is it going to be easier to do it this way? Either way, we're going to put some Loctite on it because we know it will fall apart. Got some Gorilla Glue. You get Gorilla Glue at Walmart. It did change a while ago. Yeah, I seen everybody's names changing. I knew it changed. I just didn't realize you had a 1 in there. So as I was trying to read that message, it wasn't coming out right. And yes, I know you're talking Gorilla Glue greens. Oh, whoops, I meant to put that on here. Not the glue. Come on, get in there. Just want to use the pipe to kind of help hold it in place. Oh, this is where it gets tricky. It's like my screwdriver's magnetized, just not enough. Especially when you can't guide it in there straight. Come on. What in the world? Alright. So somehow we have managed to get that thing stuck up in there. And the shitty thing is the screw had Loctite on it, so now Loctite's everywhere. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Oh, I keep dropping it. Alright, I'm gonna pull out the real magnet now. Smoked chicken thighs today. Steve's in the house. What's up? What's going on, RPM? How you doing, brother? We are fighting with this stubborn ass screw that wants to do everything but go in the hole. All right. It's in. I think it's sitting at a crazy angle, but it keeps the pipe off the side of the chassis. It's not twisting it out. Looks like a good alignment, but it's just sitting at that crazy angle. So now, sometimes it's harder to get to the screws like this, but it's easier to set things properly to put it all in. Leaving your screws a little loose so you can move that hanger around, and then you finish off Loctiting it in place. But definitely make sure you Loctite. All of this. Otherwise, you will lose your screws. Get out of there. I know this stand doesn't work very well on a Savage, but it works, just not very well. Alrighty. I think I might have a little bit of fuel on, maybe just enough to finish this guy off. I definitely need to get some more. Alright. This truck is almost complete. Lee Harris, what's up, brother? Put some hair around the hole, it'll go in. Man, that's old school, man. Today, people don't know what to do with that. Yes, that's an old-timer joke for sure. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Boys. It's a very crude show, but one of the characters in there was having sex with another character in there. And the man was from like back around World War II, and then they ended up freezing him, yada yada. So anyways, come to the modern age, wakes up, and then he ends up sleeping with this woman. And when they were done, they were talking about something. I don't remember what it was, but he goes, "Well, what's with the no hair?" I found it funny. But I have a weird sense of humor. Soldier Boy, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you remember that scene that was just recently? The engine is too nice to shake to bash. It is not a basher. This engine is a break it in, put it around, make it scream a little bit, put it away. Yes, definitely not a basher. It will get run, just not that hard. I was thinking about even putting reverse in this. What do you guys think? I have two of them, and it's like, do I want to put reverse in one that's basically just going to be a shelf queen and just sit there? Or do I want to save my reverses for a couple of bashers? I don't know, you guys tell me. I do. I haven't watched the last few episodes though. I think there's only one after that episode. This week a new one will come out, whatever day it is. But yeah, I thought that was rather funny. Oh, I need to get some fuel on. I think I have enough. This is the last of my roll that I was keeping in the toolbox. I don't know if you guys remember, before I came out here, I was bashing in that football field, and the tank actually, or the shock tower, that bolt had put a hole in the tank, and it put a hole in my fuel line. So I had to make sure I was keeping fuel line available. You know, the guy I got those trucks from, he was running his fuel lines around the front like this. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll keep it the other way. Come on. Come on, get on there. I always hate trying to put fuel on these just because they don't leave you any way to get your fingers in there. Not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but kind of a pain in the butt. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I always use a blade to cut the fuel line because it keeps it nice and clean. Sometimes the cutting utensils will give it a jagged edge. So there's my HPI Shelf Queen with the K4.6 on it. You also got to be careful when putting these on. I have snapped these little nipples off, but it wasn't on a brand new one, it was an older one, so it might have already had a defect. Alright, so like the thumbnail said, the beauty of a beast that this engine is. So it's got a brand new air filter in there, freshly oiled. It is the 2-speed. It's just running some old school servos. I don't even know what they are. Nothing fancy. Need to get a battery put in it. But basically, by all purposes, this thing is ready to go. I know, the obvious. It doesn't have a body on it, but we got that in the works. Don't you worry. But as far as running, just need to throw a battery, receiver in there, and she is ready to go. Let's see, do I have any purple antennas? No, I got blue. I got black. I guess we're gonna go blue. No, black. There's that. And she's ready to rip. Not bash, just rip. Going reverse for a Savage. Dude, I feel like I got a really good deal on these 2 reverse modules I picked up on eBay, and it was a starting bid of $200. And I don't even know if it was brand new. The ones I got are brand new, never been used. Fired up, no. Can't do it. I wish. As the days get longer, here eventually we are going to go do some after work lives. Just can't do them at the moment. They don't make reverse models anymore. I don't know if they do, but I have 2 originals. And that's just here. Back home, I think I have 2 in 2 different trucks. And then I have one of them in an FLM chassis that's like a third of the way built. But it doesn't seem to want to catch. So I need to get it and work on it and figure out what's going on. Good truck for a reverse module. Yeah, I'm thinking about throwing it in. You guys want to see that? Now to throw it in, we'll literally have to take off one of the side chassis panels, pull out the transmission, and I don't know, we'd probably do it without pulling out the box. I should have a servo for it. One of these has got to work. I don't know if that's probably strong enough just to do the reverse, just the original throttle. Need to see if it works though. What do you guys think? Sounds like a good idea. Over here, what's it? I'm not sure, brother. What is? Did you make it through the tornado there, sir? Yep. Texas Hill, what's up? How you been doing, brother? Nitro addicted, brethren. Live, breathe, sleep, nitro. Yep. I had a guy at work, I was showing him all my different trucks, and he was like, man, when do you find time to work on all that stuff? And I'm like, I work on it every night. I mean, an addiction is an addiction, right? And then 2 nights a week, sometimes 3, we do Nitros Anonymous for everybody to come in and get their fix and talk about their problems, as we like to call it. I need to get Lightning McSavage out. Hell yeah. Let's see. I'm hoping they'll sell some takeoff bodies in the future. You know, I've got some on the way. I've been finding some of the old school bodies again on eBay. I thought they were all gone, but I actually had one show up today. I've got some more, like 2, 3 more in the mail, headed this way, and then a couple in the cart. So here pretty soon we'll start painting up some bodies again. WB says, do it. JW, what's up? Let's see. That sounds expensive. Huh? What does? Texas Hill says, loving it. Hell yeah. All right. I think we can do it without pulling the engine. But you know what? While we're at it, we're just going to take it apart. I did have a new plate show up, like a brand new plate. This one's cracked and kind of bent. Man, you will not believe how expensive these purple engine plates are. And then it comes out of Canada. So guess what? Somebody had to pay a freaking duty on it so before it even entered the country. But if you guys want to see it, we will start throwing the reverse in. But I'm gonna have to go pull it out. It's in a bag. I'm going to switch over to this other table. Alright. And yes, my apartment is a mess. new table. I bought this one for the track. So anytime that you see me at the track and I'm at my table, it's this one. I bought it at basically at the start of the race season. So not new, not at this point. I guess you could say newish. Have to be more like this. We got Maxwell in the house. What's up? Savage Power. Place is getting clear. There's 20 Savage. Nope, not quite. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. So I do have a bunch of RC scattered throughout and like the boxes and stuff. Here, I'll give you a quick glance. Don't judge me. All right, that's all you get. Kind of a sneak peek of things to come. I think I got them both crammed in here because the other box was done. Yeah, this guy was pretty adamant about these being pretty expensive. I think. And then yeah, I looked it up and they are pretty expensive. Okay, so this one is like halfway together. We're gonna go with that and we're gonna put this unopened back. You know, and then we put this reverse in here. If we decide we want to drive it more, I got other engines that that we could put in here and not destroy this one. Let's see what we got in the package. Okay, so when I spin it this way, you can see the gear spins the opposite direction of what I'm doing. We'll push that back in. Now the gear spins the same way. So reverse is working. All right. So this one was used. And I think we are going to try that engine from last night. Maybe it'll work for a little bit. Let's see if we got any life left in her. All right, get all this grime off of here. I don't know what the slot on the other side is for. I don't think it takes both of them. I think it's just one. Looking like Addie's house. It's like a reverse module. Oh yeah, it's a reverse module. I think all these pieces are here. It looks like it, but I've only worked on a couple of these. And hell, that's back when I was in Omaha, so it's definitely been over a year. So there's always a chance we're wrong about something. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so, because we're about to strip this truck down and throw a reverse in there. And what's not to like about that? See, I need to move the camera more. So before we even need that, we have to get this apart. So to start with, should have brought my stand over here. Yeah, definitely need to put some better wheels on this. I was thinking about maybe throwing some trenchers on here, even though they're on the XL at the moment. Nice having this extra table though. Well, this is what I was working on the Baja with. And tore down the LST. Nice having all this extra room. Alright, so what's going to be the plan of attack? I think we'll do this side. I know if I don't pull all this wheel stuff off, they will fall off and I will lose the pins. Ask me how I know that'll happen. There's Mama. How you doing, baby doll? Pitbull, what's up? Hell yeah, we got all the cool people in here now. Just need a few more. Hello, my love. I have a couple, it looks complete. Oh, on the reverse? Yep, thank you, sir. Just so everybody can see. Got the little servo horn. It's got this little doohickey setup. It's got this little doohickey here. Hooks into that. Pretty sure it's all complete. Lawless is in the house. What's up? Link Duck, Mr. Travis, how you doing, brother? Hell yeah, everybody's joining in. In case you guys are wondering what we're doing, we're going to throw a reverse in this beautiful truck. I'm not wrenching, I'm watching Wrenchy. Hell yeah. Appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We'll try to make this as interesting as possible. Got some brand new parts on here. I need to get this crap off my hands. Don't want to dirty up my new tank. Uh-oh. First time I fired up my Savage X, it wouldn't move. Apparently it had found neutral between the reverse and forward. I thought the trans was trash until I hit that button on the side of the remote. Hobby Creation Products has the mounted Warlock wheels and tires in stock. Ooh, thank you, sir. Do you know how much they are? Now, are they the darker chrome or the shiny chrome? That is awesome, brother. We gotta remember to take these little rubber grommets off so we don't lose them. Pitbull, I don't know if I've ever seen you come in here, brother. I do appreciate you coming to hang out and stopping by saying hi. Talk to you all the time in hybrids deal, and now you get to watch me. Shitty chrome, $48 for a set of two. I mean, that's pricey, but I've seen worse. Shiny chrome. I don't know why I said shitty chrome. But we'll say that's not bad. Alright, so yeah, we're going to pull the engine. Because like I said, man, I wish I hadn't set it all in there. But like I said, I got the new plate for it anyways. Showed up today. Yeah, I like the shiny chrome. I like the dark chrome as well. WBL, did you ever get to run that Savage since you got it straightened out? Interested to see what you think of it when you finally get to run it without losing the pins. Well, first time here, glad I caught a live, bro. Hell yeah, appreciate it, man. I'm glad you're here. Hope you enjoy the show. And if you haven't subscribed, now's the time. WBS says, no, sir. Well, once you do, you will be addicted, and nothing else will be the same. Oh, yeah, I gotta undo this bad boy. Now, when it comes to taking off the exhaust with the metal hanger, it's always a pain in the butt getting your screwdriver in here. So I only loosen this screw, and then the wire hanger. Get out of there. The wire hanger stays on the exhaust pipe like so. Come on. Oh, come on, get out of there. Alright. You know, there's a couple other pieces I forgot to grab. Give me one sec. I'm going to put these pretty bastards on there. They go with the, only need one set. It's the front and rear brace. Replaces that plastic. Man, if you guys only knew what I had to pay for that. I don't have any replacements. Alright. We're back. Might have to get a Savage. Trying to read your comments here. Haven't seen the dark chrome ones in stock for a while. Yeah, they're always hard to find. I like them both though, and the original for this is shiny, so I'm actually glad that you found those. You said Power Hobbies, right? Howard just released a members only video on a very nice Savage. Hell, you have to check that out. People, after about 5 streams, you'll be able to field strip a Savage blindfolded with one hand and rebuild it. Savage's down back clutch, staying engaged, one bad shoe, half gone. Just ordered a new one. Yeah, you can find, actually, I got them right here. These are pretty plentiful. I think I got a couple of packs of these. Might have to get a Savage. Well, I got plenty of them. If you can't find one you like, maybe I got something that you'd be interested in. And anybody on here can tell you that they get stripped completely down, cleaned, and rebuilt, and good quality. Can't wait to spend a couple days sick, back to work, and hopefully Nitro tomorrow. Yes, sir. Savage is a great truck. Yes, sir, Lotus. Savage rocks. Yep. Oh, damn it. How much was this plate? Well, it came out of Canada. So, after, I think it was like 25 bucks, and then it was like $12 shipping, and then like 5 or 6 bucks tax or something like that. So it was 39 bucks, whatever all that, how all that configured into 39. And then I get the notification, oh, you owe $24.99 to the border, basically, duties to get it in the country. Little bastards. So in all, what is that? Damn near $65 just for this. Now granted, there ain't many of them out there. Very hard to find. And you can only find them in Canada, apparently. So, there's that. We're going to steal these 2 pieces. If these are in better shape, maybe we'll take those. I don't know. Either way, we got a few options here, so. Alright. Yeah. Make decisions as we go. That's why it was put together and then now taken back apart and all that good stuff. Get the old impact. Seems like Nitro parts and rigs have went up on eBay. Yeah, because everybody's getting back into them, buying up all the stuff and rebuilding them. So, yep. Found out if you slouch as bad, it will give the false leaning sound. Huh? Had smoke machine for a tune because of it. Recreationproducts.com. Hobbycreationproducts.com. God, I hope I remember that. I'll have to dig back through this live to find it. Lotus throwing out a channel or The link as well on Amazon. Hell yeah. They're the big HPI dealer in the US. Sweet. I gotta stay out of there. You guys know me and HPI. Some of those on Amazon. Yeah, there's some on eBay as well. Yeah, I see Damon. Wow. Mother effers had my servos and customs for the past week. Yeah, I just went ahead and once they gave me the notification, I paid it so they wouldn't hold it up. Government jacking us again. $25 tariffs on $30. Oh, I know. Not happy, but remember, John, I think I have some. Oh, what, wheels? The Warlock wheels? Dude, anything you got you want to part with and sell, we can make a deal. The mail is a mess. Everything's a mess. People are a mess. Alright, so first thing we got to do is get that damn screw to work. Take out the screws. Try and keep this simple and not have to take everything apart, but you know how it goes. Get into it and find out everything's got to come out. Trying to jump off the table. You know, if by some chance we don't finish this tonight, we will probably come back and do it again tomorrow. So if you guys are bored, keep your eyes open. Because I'm going to focus on this truck until it is done. Alright, I'm going to put some pressure on here. Nice. These are usually the hardest. Sweet. All right. So there's that plate. This table's almost not big enough. You know, it was expensive getting that plate, but you know, HPI purple, it's worth it. Hell, while I'm in here, might as well go ahead and do those as well. And these, I don't know what these cost because this came with that collection that I just got. I like how they keep everything separated out so it's not getting all scratched up. And I don't know what brand these are. If you guys know, you can shout it out. I'm assuming it's the part that HPI puts out, but at the same time, hell, this could be like that GPM or I don't know. If it looks familiar to anybody, let us know. So light and pretty. Does yours have a purple slipper clutch? A purple slipper clutch, as in like the what, like the Integy purple ring with the steel gear attached to it? Is that what you're talking about, bro? GPM brand. Oh, you said that's what these look like? Because I don't know, they didn't have any labels on them. I don't know much about them. I know GPM's pretty good stuff though. Alright, so now gotta be careful. Yeah. I don't really want to mess with trying to take that out. These are in good enough shape. These plates that go under here, I'm not worried about replacing them. But what we do need is some Loctite. Yeah, next level. You know, anything like that you want to part with, we can discuss it on Messenger. And you know me. This one has a purple pressure plate and steel spur gear. Yeah, I've seen them. They're usually Integy, the ones that I've seen, but which I'm not saying is a bad thing. Most things, yeah, Integy's not good, but GPM, Integy, whatever, purple is purple. That's gonna look so sick. I wish they would give you like stock style screws for the outside, because I mean, if I stick to this, I'm gonna have one shiny screw there on the outside. What do you guys think? Stick to the stock or go with the shiny, one shiny, stick out like a sore thumb? Just curious as to whether or not they're common parts. I mean, yeah, a lot of people bought them. I've seen them on a lot of Savages. I just don't have them. Side alley, what's up? That's what I was thinking was stock. Lotus says sore thumb. Texas says I would put the shiny. So you guys are saying one shiny sore thumb right there? I guess we'll see how it looks since it came in the package. Might be one of them things where it drives me nuts. I'll have to change it out later, but we'll try it. We'll give her a shot. Maybe. The hell? And that's a tight fit. What in the world? We may have to go stock. I don't know why it won't go in all the way. Oh, you know what? I might be a dumbass using the wrong length. I didn't see that there were shorties. That's where it pays to slow down and look at all your parts before you just start cramming them in. That's so close in length, you can't tell. Alright. One shiny little button. Cool, cool. Man, them screws are nasty. Wish I had some new pieces of those. Them things is nasty. Probably got better luck at getting out the dirty ones. I just cleaned these recently, so they're not bad. These screws never want to come out, so we'll see. Have to heat them up. Too bad that plate didn't come with new ones. Oh, of course I left my heat gun out in the car. I'm a cheap bastard. I like to see shiny stuff. I mean, I do too when it's all shiny. But if 90% of it's black, a little piece of shiny right in the middle, kind of looks odd. Guess you guys probably can't really see what I got going here, but trying to clean all the crap out of here so the screwdriver will go in it. Get this truck running for this weekend. I'm not opposed to taking it to the park and breaking it in and doing a little bit of light running. No bashing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a crack right there. And then this corner here is busted. I figured it was worth a new purple engine plate. Hell, back in the day, people were spending a bunch of money to upgrade it with all that aluminum. Now people are spending a bunch of money just to rebuild it back to its natural state. Well, I say a bunch of people, at least mean me. I hope these screws break loose because, like I said, my heat gun's out in the car. Okay, well, that one's free. Hell yeah, that one's free. Nice. Beautiful. Just put you up on my big screen I can see. Can't see off season. I vote Savage at the track. Me and my buddy, the one I went up to his place last week, and we were talking about that earlier. Do you have a soldering iron in the house? I've got a cheap old turd that doesn't work very well. I'm assuming it would do the trick, but now getting this crap off is the real trick. You're an electrician, you don't have a good soldering iron. Man, all I do is put 120 volts to it, man. I don't have to solder nothing. And really right now I'm just a supervisor, so all I gotta do is read and plan. Not always the easiest thing to do, but Savage track day. I'll admit I have a full Integy Savage X4.6 with factory upgraded 3-speed. Never ran Japan Integy, but the skid guards. Yeah, I mean they make great shelf queens. They sure are pretty. I mean, I love the looks of those piggyback shocks that they make. You know, they look really, really snazzy. But they leak and bend, so we don't do it. But to each their own, and I'll never knock anybody for doing it. All right, so this is probably 20 years of sealed greatness costing us out the ass. I wonder what the original price tag on this was. I love the old school packaging. Anyways, oh no. Get out of here. Oh man, that's purty. We'll put the new screws in and we'll save the old ones. Like we should all have a Savage meet up at a track somewhere. That would be awesome. Dude, can we build a Savage to keep up with the buggies at the track? Maybe. I mean, you do a lot of work to it. You know, keeping up speed-wise, straight ahead's one thing. Keeping up through the turns, coming out of the turns, whew, I'm going to say good luck. That's about as close as we'll get with that. It would be fun, but just remember, yeah, it's to answer Lotus's question, you're not going to keep up with the buggies. Uh-oh, you a cook. Some clean NOS. What is that, new old stock? Yeah, she's clean. She just come out the package. All right. Loctite these bad boys. I hate to do it. Once you do it, start to lose that value. I don't think there's any way you can make a Savage handle well enough. I mean, if, like, you would literally have to lower it. I mean, it would have to be skimming right across, right, you know, just above the dirt. And as much tuning as it takes to make those buggies run like they do, I mean, it's going to take some tuning magic. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, I guess. I don't see it happening. But if somebody's dedicated enough to it, I guess it's possible. I just don't think you can get through the corners fast enough. And you have to set it up to where you can shoot out the corner without popping a wheelie. I mean, I guess if you do enough things to it, put all the right tuning on it, anything's possible. But it's going to be a lot of work. Unless somebody's already tried it and has like a setup, you know, like a setup sheet. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. There it is, brand new freshie with some dirty ass braces, but I like it. Now, the truggies, I mean, you know, they're just trucks that are built to handle like buggies, and I can get around the track faster with the truggy than I can with the buggy. And it seems like they always, at the track, they always dominate the buggies. I think a lot of it's because they're bigger and they can just roll over top. But they get through the corners and the bumps a lot easier than the buggies do. But, come on, stay there. I don't know. I just know it's going to take a lot of tuning. Get out of there. Let's see, build it and they will come. That's what they used to do. You're already figuring out how. You need to build it. I don't know, maybe. I guess it'd be fun to try. You're gonna need sway bars and better shocks for the Savage to handle halfway decent. Yeah. It's great, says next level. Thank you. Hard for a 12-pound Savage to keep up with a 5-pound buggy power to weight. Yes. There's a lot of variables that go into it. A lot easier to roll, of course. You know, as low slung as those buggies are, you'd be amazed at how easily they turn over. So trying to keep a Savage from turning over like that, it's tricky. Where'd my other shorty go? I wonder if... Almost thinking No, I couldn't have, because that's not open. Is it? No, they're both short. I mean, I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3. Missing something here. Nope, that's not it. You know what? I think I put all the shorties in here. And I was supposed to put the long ones in here. How much you want to bet? Yep. That will come off, and this will go in. I mean, it'd be fun to try, but I mean, like, I think it was Maxwell that said it, right? You know, trying to get that heavy-ass truck to outrun that light-ass buggy. Definitely not going to be easy. Squeak, 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 squeak. Okay. It's not sticking out, so we're good to go. Makes sense. Yeah, just like that. When I tried putting in the side, I wasn't paying attention to how long them things are. And Duck says, I never run my buggies at regular buggy height. So if you're going to the track, ride height is very important. Because your ride height, you adjust according to how rough or even loose or tight the grip is, but how bumpy and the grip will determine your ride height. So, it's never really the same. It can even change in the same day as the track gets blown out. There's a lot to racing. You can make a Savage fast as hell, you can make a buggy fast as hell, but can you make it through the corners? Buggy jacked up so it can roll through grass like a truggy, but shocks are bogged out. Yeah, and that works for just, bashing around. Every scenario is different. Wide Arms Truckzilla kit. Building a truggy with a Nova Rossi GMR 28.9, nice. With a 2182 Nova pipe. Truggy is a Techno 2.2. I got one. Still not sure on servos. Yeah, if you haven't seen mine, I'm not going to get it out right at the moment. It's sitting on the other side of the room, but I got racing videos. You can watch me running around the track if you like. Nitro MT was a real race class as Savage never won. The T-Max, TNX, MGT, and often Dominator. XT Mammoth, and got something in the way here. And the Sin Truck one races the Savage just don't corner well. It's more meant for jumping, bashing, looking cool. Not necessarily meant for cornering. Aluminum lose half the weight, right? Well, if you're going stock, there's not a lot of aluminum on it, and it doesn't weigh hardly anything. So I don't see you really changing the weight much. A lot of this plastic's heavy, that's for sure. Who was it? The Do It RC guy? One of those channels was swapping out plastic arm and stuff and putting M2C aluminum on, and he weighed it, and there wasn't any difference in weight with all the parts that he changed. Power. I suppose all the T classes over these days. Be cool for track did just for fun. Yeah, if enough people showed up and want to do it, tracks will do it. But everybody's a serious racer at the track, and they come in with a truggy. Most of T-Max doesn't handle too bad. And you can lower these Savages down, set them right above ground level, and they're going to handle a lot better. And put some truggy wheels on them instead of these monster truck tires. They're going to handle a lot better. You still have to slow down in the corners and try not to wheelie coming out of them. They're going to jump well, but of course you lower it a lot, you don't have a lot of suspension then. So it's a battle. Yeah, that truggy is badass, Lawless. Like I said, I've got one. I don't have the GMR on it. I'm actually running an FX K5. That's a badass engine right there. I put out a short not too long ago, just revving it up. If you want to see how that sounds. I had a T-Max since it first came out. I've never had a T-Max. Not saying I'm opposed to it, I just never have. It sure will be one bad boy. Swap T-Max. Nice. The Mockstar 28. I have some really wide Big Joes and shorter shocks. Them Big Joes is just going to slow you down. They're heavy. Those pretty fast. Now the Revo, those are good setup for the track for sure. Them some badasses. Don't look like the screw made it in all the way. What in the world is going on? Come on now. Should be lining up a little bit better than that. But I'm gonna have to loosen. There we go. Now I can see the hole. Screw tried to hide amongst all the rest of them, but it stood out like a sore thumb. Yeah, that LRP 30 is a badass engine, bro. Jado, haven't found a happy place to really bash it. Good. Yeah, they're more for just speed runs. I mean, I see people running them out in the grass with some bigger tires. I mean, their glory is doing speed runs. You shoehorn that into it. You're so impressive. You're already hitting the rear end. Or Metro Jam next. I had one. Now Lotus has it. It's actually pretty easy with the Biff block swap kit. All right, where are we at? What are we doing? So, now comes the fun part. Wonder if I should have. You know, I'm putting all that stuff in, and I still gotta get that transmission out. So let's do this. You know, here on this show, we like doing things twice. Our motto at work is we do it nice because we do it twice. Alright, you get out of the way. No, let's say get out of the way. Let's see. Okay, so I haven't put those in yet, so it should just slide out the side. Hopefully. But I gotta take this out. And then, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Should just fell right out. Okay. fun in the backyard versus tires. Sullivan Tiger Drive. Interesting. Oh, is it the engine? Oh, that was the big block swap. With a rotor start, huh? Tiger Drive's pretty short. I don't know anything about it. Only thing that fits with any clearance. Savages make me want to pull out the Truckzilla build and finish it up. You should, brother. I mean, if you watch this channel enough, you'll see a bunch of Savages. Can't help it. Alright, so I'm going to take off the top and then I'm going to pull this and hopefully we get away with that's it. So, I don't know if this came off the one that had the 4.1. I'm going to assume it because the newer ones with the 4.6 had a third screw here. And I don't know that I've ever had a Savage that only had 2 screws on this top piece. And it's still one of the ones where you could pull this out and not take the whole transmission out, and you could pull out the cluster, change the gears, adjust the timing, whatever. But all the ones I ever had have the 3 screws. So like I said, I'm gonna assume this came off of the original Savage X with the purple plates and the 4.1, which I got some stuff in store for that as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that whole thing out. Alright. I'm sure there's directions on this, but you know what they say about directions. They're meant to not be read. Big boys in the house, what's up? Cut the RP crankshaft to fit the tractor's clutch. Holy shit. Are you calling yours a 3-speed or asking me if this one's a 3-speed? This is a 2-speed. That's a lot of work putting the reverse in here. I mean, I don't mind. I like working on them. I've just never done it. I don't know if you've never really messed with a Savage. It looks like a lot. But I mean, there's only so many pieces and they only go in a certain way. Screws are easy to line up. It's not a bad project. Now I just gotta get that nut off of there. Come on. Got her. Ugh. Covered in shit. I don't want to take the whole brake system off. Where's my damn flathead? Oh, it's hiding. Truckzilla Twin Savage, I would love to have one. I tried a twin type before. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one. I don't know, it seems like a lot of work though. I don't mind working on them, but it seems excessive. It said no. What said no? Big boys' toys. Get out of there. It should pull right through. I took the screw out. What more do you want? Yeah, get out of there. Sweet. Alrighty. So basically, you're taking out this whole gear assembly, which I think they call that the idle gear, or it may be it's the main drive gear. I think the one on the spool is the idle gear. So the reverse has one built into it. She's in neutral. Let's see. So this. All right. So to get it in here the right way, we have to take this guy out. So that's out. And then that square slot fits in there. The little lever goes just like that. And then we put these two screws back in. Oh, why is it? No, we don't. Okay, so the screws don't go in there, it just sits in there. I let the two screws that we pulled out go back in, but they don't. It just now slides back together like so. But I probably ought to put this in first. Main thing here is I don't want to pull these brake pads off. Kind of a pain. I'm all for doing things in the right steps and taking it apart as needed to get to something, but if I can avoid taking these off, I will. All right. Stay separated. Oh, shit. It works. All right. So everything's in like it's supposed to be. Now we will start with these. Oh, what happened? Hold on, I lost my computer feed. Nitro Pimp said Savages had 4 different kinds of transmissions. Yeah, he's got a lot of knowledge on it. I don't do a lot of reading on the pooper. Apparently that guy has every RC reading guide that there is, and they're all in his bathroom. But no, that's cool. Yeah, because I know in the originals it was like a one-piece deal that basically took it apart and everything was tucked in there. Those are the old 25s and 21s. And then you got these, and then you got the Savage X or XL with the 3rd screw. I don't know what the 4th one looks like though. But we're gonna get a little bit of white lithium grease. All right, let us have a good night, brother. Kind of a pain in the butt to do. If I'm not mistaken, they probably even say don't put any grease in here, but yeah, a little bit of grease, especially when it's just white lithium. It's good for it. Probably ought to put more screws in it before we get too far. Hoffman guys in the house. What's up, brother? I'm learning savages. I'm no expert at really anything, but savages, we can teach you just about everything there is to know about a savage, except the model numbers and that fourth transmission. But let's say I know probably 80%. How you doing, Hoffman guy? I bet you're wondering what we got going on, huh? Well, just in case you are, we're doing the reverse. All right. So I do remember this little doohickey. We had to, what was that? It was like that. I remember. Kind of, sort of. Let's see here. How does that go? I think it goes just like that. All right. I'm going to take this little guy. Oh, where's that? He said the gear mesh really well. Never seen him mess up a spur clutch bell 100%. Now I've broke a few of them. Usually I mess them up on jumps, but for the most part, you're right. We usually get them set pretty good. Sit back watching the whole. I know, yeah, brother. Man, why does my computer keep going dark? Stop it, I'm watching something. Texas Aggie, what up? Can be done. We've had a class here in Texas with Savage. We do better than you would think. Hell yeah. Sign me up. Yeah, until you get it out there, truly mess with it, you never really know, but I'm definitely going to take your word for it. Here's where it's getting a little complicated. Hard to hold on to. Come on. There you go. Get in there. Yeah, so it sits in there kind of funky, like so. It's like it just barely kind of catches it, but doesn't seem to be fully engaged. Yeah, something like that. So every time your throttle pulls on that, just like so. So I gotta tighten this guy here. Now I'm gonna pull this screw out and put a dab of Loctite on it, because if not, we'll lose it. Just a touch. So then you can check it. I mean, you know your spur gear spins one way, the where it catches, the other way it's just loose. But it's going to spin that way. You can see this rotating clockwise. And then when you put that back in there, still going the same direction. Now it's going counterclockwise. So reverse is working. Alright. So now we need to get this. Come on. Where's the hole? Found it. Alright, don't move. Don't forget to Loctite these pins, or you will have to put another one in, because they will disappear. Now, it's no real magic trick. They don't just disappear, like vanish, but they will be laying on top of the ground and you will never find them. Unless you get lucky and it's on concrete. They're just going to be goners. Don't like extra Loctite. Where is the other one? I don't know why this stupid computer's going dark. It's like if I don't touch the mouse, it goes dark even though I'm watching something. Maybe it's because it's not plugged in. Uh-oh. Maybe that's enough. Now, if you gotta get pins for this, you gotta make sure you get the smaller ones. In the transmission, it's a 2.0 millimeter smaller pin. The drive cups coming out of the diffs is a 2.5, and they're a much larger pin. Let's see. got a little cap in here that you got to pop loose. And yeah, this would probably be a little bit easier if we just completely pull this stuff apart, but I don't really want to. So from all the Savages that we've tore down, I got about 1,000,000 of these things. There's 2 different sizes. The one that's got the real tiny head, that goes in the plastic servo, the stock. And then the ones that have the bigger head hold the servo in the car. And they look exactly the same, except for it's a different size screw with a different size Phillips. All right. JP's in the house. What's up? Also, and pop this guy open. Take this guy here out. And then the wires will come in through there. Man, I wish I had an extra servo laying around. Or a receiver. Pretty sure this servo works. I'm gonna find out the hard way. Let me see if I got 2 or 20. Yeah, here's a steering servo, the SF2. Probably what I do after I get it all together and get the electronics all set up, I'll just loosen that screw from the bottom, center it, and then reset it. Now I think it goes in that way. Let's see, this way. Yes. Correctamundo. There. And hubby still has parts for them Schumacher's. I'm impressed. Never had a Schumacher. It seemed pretty cool. I've just never come across one. Hoping I can get the screws in the front of this in without taking it apart. I think it's going to want me to take it apart, and I'm not going to want to do it. Oh, come on. It's a pain in the ass. Come on, get out of there. Can't get it to move when you want and need it to, but by God, if you don't want it to freaking move or fall down there, it will. All right, you look. You little turd. Yay, it's going. Oh. Well, if that's the screw that fell out, we were trying to put the wrong screw in there anyways. Surprised I can actually get in here and turn these screws at an angle. All right. We now have a third servo. Just want to screw in there to hold it. So now we turn that servo, or when we engage the servo, come on, move. It's gonna pull that in and out. And then whenever you, whenever you get everything turned on, you just adjust your in point adjustment, and yeah, sets it up real nice. Put new bolsters, gears, etc. Oh yeah, so I missed some. There's parts everywhere, strip bolts, over the lights. Yep. Oh, smack the camera. Okay, get in there. Had to get my little number 1 Phillips because there's a tiny ass head on this screw. All right, there's that. Let's see, 8 o'clock. Pico, 20 purple crosshead for the fusion. Brand new, waiting on something to put it in. Hell yeah. Kind of like this bad boy here. It's been ran, but it is almost brand new. All right, well, I think that's all we're gonna do for today. If you guys want to see this completed, join me tomorrow. Same time, same place. We will get this all put back together, and we will have a badass, pretty Savage with a brand new $60 freaking plate, because people are greedy, and we'll have reverse. So, if you guys want to see me finish this, like I said, tune in tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. It was an awesome crowd tonight. You guys are great. If you're bored tomorrow, be sure to join me. Until then, burn all your nitro. Be nice to each other. Much love and peace. They took our jobs. Have a good night, everybody.